We often explain why a woman is drawn to a man in emotional terms, but science suggests that most of this decision is not conscious. In the field of evolutionary psychology, David Buss, who's been researching this topic for over 30 years, has examined which traits women consistently prefer in long-term relationships, based on cross-cultural studies conducted since the 1980s. What we will talk about in this video is not a personal opinion, not a social media take, but findings based on peer-reviewed scientific research. Buss's approach is built on a simple idea. The human mind did not evolve for modern comfort, but for thousands of years in which survival was difficult. Historically, for women, pregnancy meant biological risk. Childcare meant long-term investment. Because of this, the female brain evolved to automatically scan for one core question: can this man survive under harsh conditions? This framework is explained in detail under the concept of mate selection pressures in Buss's textbook Evolutionary Psychology. One of David Buss's most cited studies is Buss, 1989, Sex Differences in Human Mate Preferences, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. In this study, 37 different cultures, thousands of participants, and the same questions were used. The result was very clear. In long-term partner selection, women place significantly more importance on resource production potential than men do. This does not simply mean having money. It refers to ambition, work ethic, and future-oriented goals. Buss describes this difference with the concept of long-term provisioning ability. In the same 1989 study, and in later reviews, the second major criterion women prioritize in long-term relationships is dependability. In other words, consistency, alignment between words and actions, and not disappearing in moments of crisis. This preference is not romantic idealism. It is a risk reduction mechanism. Buss explains this in detail in the long-term mating strategies section of his book, The Evolution of Desire. In Buss's work from 1995 onward, status is not defined purely in economic terms, but as social perception. Status refers to how others respond to you, how much weight your words carry, and your position within social hierarchies. That's why men who are not approval-seeking, able to set boundaries and guided by their own direction, send stronger signals. This aligns with what Buss calls status cues. David Buss does not treat intelligence as raw EQ. Here, intelligence means adapting to the environment, making quick decisions, and solving problems effectively. These traits carry high adaptive value. For survival and child-rearing, this is why humour has been linked to attractiveness in many studies. Buss's data shows that physical attractiveness matters in the initial stage, but in long-term relationships it is not sufficient on its own. Behavioural traits eventually outweigh appearance. That's why some men look great but are not chosen, while others look average and build lasting relationships. Everything discussed in this video is based on David Buss's research that has been published since 1989, replicated many times, and validated across cultures. These preferences are not conscious plans made by women, but automatic scanning mechanisms of the human brain. If this video gave you something to think about, feel free to write your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we'll explore this question. According to science, why do people suddenly lose interest?